Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. I wanted to hop on and make a quick video for all of you who have been sold on Color Street. You know it's beautiful, it lasts a lot longer than traditional polish, it's easy to apply, but now you're maybe wondering the big question, how do I remove it? How do I get this off when the time comes to change it out? Okay, so today's video is all about exactly that. I currently have my St. Patty's Day nails on, and they have been on for over a week now. They're still looking fabulous, as you can see, but it's not St. Patty's Day anymore. I would like to do a different set tomorrow. I'm going to do a demo, and I thought tonight I'm going to take them off. I'm going to give my nails a chance to breathe, which is just a good nail tip regardless of what style polish you're using. And so I thought I would share that with you. I'm going to show you 3 different methods of removal, all of which I've tried myself, and I'm going to start with what I did first and work my way up to my most recent and favorite method. So the first thing that you want to know is that obviously Color Street is 100% nail polish. We have the patent on this technology, not just the product itself, but all of the machinery that goes into manufacturing the product as well. So it's the only nail strip that can make that claim. And because they are 100% nail polish, they have no glues or adhesives or anything like that, they can be removed with traditional nail polish remover. So you really don't have to go out and buy anything new. I do recommend, though, a polish remover that I found just after starting Color Street. A lot of people do recommend this. It's called Mineral Fusion. And you can find Mineral Fusion lots of places. I order mine on Amazon. It's typically between $6 and $7. I know you can find this at Whole Foods and probably Target and other places. I just live in the middle of nowhere and have none of those options. So this is the only bottle of Mineral Fusion that I've ever had, and it's still about a third full, a fourth now. You don't need very much at all, especially if you go with my last method that I'll show you tonight. But the first thing that I did was I just got a traditional cotton round or cotton ball, and I put some remover on it like I normally would. And you can do that just to take off your polish like you would traditionally. So I'm going to show you this method first. I have a design set on tonight. And the designs, I would say, are pretty simple to take off, especially compared to the glitters. The designs are a lot closer to our solids in just the number of layers that they have and the amount of time and effort that it takes to remove them. So with this, I'm already seeing it's almost all the way gone. Mineral Fusion is non-acetone. It's very gentle on your nails. To me, it does not smell nearly as harsh or awful as traditional polish remover does. And already my pinky nail is clean. So that method works just great. If you have a glitter set on, like Tokyo Lights, for example, I want you to remember one thing about using this method. All of our Color Street products are made with multiple layers built into the strip. So it's not like when I used to paint my nails with a bottle and I would put 1, maybe 2 coats on. This is going to have a lot more going on, and so of course it's going to take some effort to take those off. You have a built-in base coat, you have at least 1 layer of color, if not 2, and then if you have a glitter set like Tokyo Lights, you have 1, maybe 2 colors of glitter. You might have multiple shapes and sizes of glitter, and then you have a top coat over all of that, and this is what makes it last so long and makes it so beautiful. However, you should know that taking off the glitters is going to require a little bit of elbow grease if you use that first method. When I was first starting out and kind of experimenting with removing glitters, I found that cotton balls would kind of get stuck in that glitter and I'd really have to work at it, and then I ended up with glitter all over my fingers. Not my favorite method. So I'm a glitter girl. Those are typically my go-to sets. If you are going to be that way as well, I would recommend trying one of these other 2 methods. So the next thing that I experimented with in removing my Color Street is these nail clips. The nail clips that I have here were purchased on Amazon. I got 3 full sets of these for $7. They all came together. I've since given away the rest of them, but I kept this set for myself. And you can do all 10 of them at the same time. It's a little difficult. You kind of look like mini Edward Scissorhands, but it can be done. Otherwise, what a lot of people do is just 1 hand at a time. So the process here is you can take, and I forgot to grab my scissors, but you can take a cotton round like this and cut it into quarters. I've even cut it into 6 pieces so I can get the most out of it because you don't need much. I think for our purposes, since I've already got this one, I'm going to use it. But you're going to lay that on top of the nail, and then you're going to clamp the nail clip over the top and just kind of set it and forget it. When I first saw people using these, I thought it was kind of a joke. I thought, what in the world? Why would anyone want to walk around wearing these? It's just a waste of money. Is it really that much more effort to just take them off the old-fashioned way? And when I started to use these, I was kind of blown away at the way that they worked. So what's happening is this is just providing a little bit of pressure to keep that Mineral Fusion right on the nail. It's kind of soaking it up. And I typically leave them on for a minute or two, and especially with the solids, you're going to find that they slide right off, and it's remarkable. With this design having several coats to it, it's kind of an ombre look, so it's got the black down at the base, and it turns into the green. It's got glitter in it and a design. This one might take a little bit longer than a solid would, and definitely your glitters are going to take the longest of the three, but I prefer this method to the old-fashioned way when it comes to my glitters. There is a third method. While I'm letting this sit, I'm going to talk about that. So the third method is my favorite method, especially for glitters, because I can't believe how it works. This was something that was circulating over YouTube a month or two ago, and as stylists were seeing this video, they were sharing it like crazy, and I had to try it for myself. So I was kind of skeptical that it would work, and the first time I tried it, I could not believe how quick it worked and how easy it was. So this has been my go-to method ever since. All you need is your Mineral Fusion, but maybe just a teaspoon of it for all 10 nails. You need a small Ziploc bag, and then I've got a bowl of hot water. Like, it's got to be tolerable to you, but pretty warm water. You can use just a measuring cup. It doesn't have to be a bowl this large. I just wanted to be able to show you what I'm doing. So I'm going to pour about a teaspoon of my Mineral Fusion into the corner of this Ziploc. And then we're going to kind of let the water do the work. So the water is warm, and that's going to kind of heat the polish strips a little bit. If it were just water, it would not have this effect, but because you are using Mineral Fusion with it, it's a pretty powerful combo. What you're going to do is you'll place your fingers, all 5 of them, inside that Ziploc bag down in the corner where the Mineral Fusion sits. And then your entire hand is going to go into that bowl of water, and you will be rubbing one fingernail with the pad of the other fingers like this. You're doing all of this within that bag, and immediately you're going to feel a change. The nails are going to get a little slippery. They're going to feel different than they do normally, and you're going to know that something's working. You continue to kind of do that on all 5 of the nails, and the first time I tried it, I swear within a minute or two, all 5 were completely clean. Another great thing about that method is that you don't have any mess because there are no cotton pads anymore. Speaking of which, let's check on this one. I've had it on much longer than I normally would. I've just had that soaking. I'm going to give it a little pressure and pull it away, and it's gone. Okay, so it doesn't get much simpler than that. It wouldn't have taken that whole time I was blabbing, but the nail clips work, I'm telling you. They were worth my investment of $7 for 30 of them. Okay, so back to our bag method. I'm going to open up this bag. I do have that teaspoon of Mineral Fusion down in the corner. I have 3 nails remaining on this hand, so I'm just going to show you these 3. Putting all 3 of them down in the corner so that they are in that Mineral Fusion. And then I'm going to stick my hand into the water. And like I said before, I'm just rubbing the back of my thumbnail with my index finger. I can tell already that there's something happening because they're getting a little slick. And then I do my index finger, my middle finger. The reason we have the water here, it's not so much the heat, although I'm sure that does help some. What's happening is the water is kind of giving a little vacuum or some pressure around that Ziploc bag. And so it's pushing that Mineral Fusion right up against your nail, and it's really getting embedded in every little spot where it needs to. And you can do this all at once. So while you're working on one finger, the others are still submerged in the Mineral Fusion, and they're getting that treatment as well. Okay, so I'm kind of taking a sneak peek. All 3 clean. Amazing. I don't even know how many seconds that was. I should go back and time it, but literally the mess is in the bag. There's my polish, and it's done. So I will do my other hand. I don't even need a new bag. I'm just gonna stick that in there and we'll see how quickly that gets done. But those are my tips and tricks for removal. Mineral Fusion is the way to go. I'm telling you, it'll be worth your $6 investment. The clips are great if you want to go that route, but I would, if you haven't tried this baggy method, you gotta give it a shot. It takes very little time, effort. You're not throwing away a bunch of cotton balls and cotton pads and all that junk. So I highly recommend all three of those methods. So if you have any questions outside of this, please let me know. I'm happy to help. Thanks again for joining me.